The Rocky Mountain Rangers have been training members of Canada's infantry in Prince George for a long time. But they also weren't.
Rocky Mountain Rangers in 2011 came back to your wonderful city of Prince George. We were invited with open arms. We had a military presence here in the 60s and 70s that left, and now there was an appetite to bring a foreign military presence back to Prince George and the north.
2022 marks the 10th year of Boots returning to the ground in PG, producing men and women in uniform for named missions overseas in Afghanistan, Poland, Latvia, and more, including Eric Depineau, who's now part of a storied military legacy.
I think Prince George has a fantastic military legacy. If you look at the VLA, which was the Veterans Land Allocation previously, or Camp Baldy Hughes, all of these different pieces, many of the civic yards or even old military buildings from a previous time. And so there's this really deep history here, including the Rangers some 40 years ago for quite a period.
Since they came back, the Rangers have blown all expectations from the Canadian military, so much so that superiors have begun to take notice. Major General Richard Blanchette didn't want to promise more for Bravo Company, but did say his visit to the city left a major impression of the importance of this regiment for the Canadian infantry.
It is very important. We need to have a footprint in the community that is representative, and to have a unit in one area and having the possibility of extending its footprint to a municipality like Prince George. That's the way you have to conduct business in the world of reserve.
Part of the reason the Rangers have blown away expectations is thanks to relationships they've forged with the community, the school district who provided them a home base, and the city, something higher-ups have recognized.
I happened to be on the school board when they first started to think about coming back and using Meadow School. And here we are celebrating 10 years back in Prince George, and it's just so vitally important to have them here.
And so the Ranger story continues. As Bravo Company outgrows their current building and setup, it's hoped the feds will step up and make a well-deserved upgrade happen and add full-time positions to go along with it.
I think the takeaway is really to understand that the reserve complements the regular force. We're here to augment it, and sometimes that means anything from that primary infantry capacity all the way over to helping in nursing homes out in Quebec as an example. So we serve on behalf of the Government of Canada, and we're proud to do whatever we're called upon.
Caden Fanshaw, CKPG News.